My husband and I sold and bought our own house last month. And so I wanted to spend some time recapping my personal experience of being a client and a realtor and managing my husband along the way. Our house, we had lived in it for 10 years. We're pretty emotionally attached to it. It's where we've raised our daughter, and we loved it. We put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into making it our own, and we felt really proud of it. So I did feel nervous putting it up and wondering what people would think of it. So I feel sympathetic to people when they feel like, they want you want people to love your house. You love it. It's a reflection of you and your personality and your priorities. And so I was kind of bracing myself for feedback whenever people would tour it, hoping that they wouldn't say anything that you're like, that was my favorite part of the house. And they said they hate it. But for the most part, the feedback we got included things that we really couldn't change, um, or, couldn't change easily, like the height of the fence, or the price. I mean, we're willing to negotiate some, but it had just been listed and it was way outside of someone's budget. We can't really make that work. But anyway, ultimately, we got it under contract in less than 2 weeks, which was exciting since that's obviously faster than the average right now. And then we had the home inspection, and we had, of course, come to an agreement on the repairs we would do. And our buyer uh, asked for quite a bit, and we were able to thankfully do a lot of it ourselves, and just with a little bit of professional help. And then, of course, said no to a few things. We were just, kind of just sitting pretty, waiting for their financing to wrap up. And then for purchasing our new house, of course, we put in an offer that was below asking price, and they countered, and we accepted. And then we had the inspection done on our new house. And for that one, we decided to just ask for some seller's concessions. And that worked out well. And of course, we had been pre approved before we had gotten under contract for that house. So financing just trucked along nice and smooth. And at one point, we actually, the person buying our house had asked to close the day after Thanksgiving, which we weren't totally pumped about, but we were going to just do it because, like, beggars can't be choosers. But it turned out the title company was going to be closed the day after Thanksgiving. So we had to adjust the closing date. We were able to bump it up by about a week and a half. And so, all three parties, the buyer of our house, us as the sellers and the buyers, and then the sellers of our new house, all had to agree upon that. And then, of course, there was the packing. Um, I think I feel like I hear that something so many people talk about, like, oh, I just want to have to pack everything. Thankfully, to stage our house, we had already packed up, a handful of boxes of things and kind of gone through stuff and thrown away, sold, donated, to decide what we wanted to take with us. And we're blessed with a great community of friends. Um, Church friends, Sunday school, just friends we've had for years, that came and helped us load up the U-Haul that night. One of my biggest tips for helping ensure that your friends don't hate you when you're moving is to have everything kind of staged. At this house, we had everything, just about everything, except for the picnic table and the piano in our garage already. When we moved from an apartment once, we had moved all of it into one bedroom. That way, people aren't having to wander around and getting it. So that was great. Of course, since it's the winter, it got dark really early. So it was dark, but people were very helpful. It took less than 2 hours. A friend brought pizza, and the vibes were up. And then the day we moved was a Wednesday. Of course, that's hard to get people to help on a Wednesday morning. And so we we closed in the morning and actually spent the afternoon. We had a couple of friends come over and help us paint. Well, help. They did it all. A couple of friends painted our daughter's bedroom for us, and then I went around cleaning. The house was in awesome shape, but it just still feels like you want to clean the bathrooms and wipe out the drawers and stuff before you start living there. And then friends started showing up after work to help us unload, and another friend brought sandwiches, which I were really thankful for. And then we got the U-Haul returned the next day and started unpacking. So things have been going smoothly. I've been posting some, few things we've done, but it's definitely not a fixer upper by any means. Um, but yeah, I think that We were definitely stressed. You could tell, getting irritated with stuff just easier. But I think if you can remember, although it feels really intense while you're in it, it's just a season. It's just going to be a handful of weeks. It's not going to last forever. You can keep your eye on the prize, whether that is, you're thinking about the house you're upgrading to, the money you're about to make, the apartment you're finally going to be out of, whatever. That's the end goal, and we'll get you there successfully. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of share my own recent selling and buying experience to say that obviously I've been doing that as a realtor, but I now have personal experience of managing my own expectations and my husband's communicating with him, and trying to find something that meets our needs together.